Alright, boys and girls, let's start painting today. So you should have a bucket of water, a paintbrush. Your paintbrush goes swim, 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 swim. Never tap, tap, tap. It's always swim, 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 and then we wipe the edge off. Right here on the edge. Just wipe it right here on the edge. Just like that. Then, gotta kind of, I stick my fingernail under here and I just lift. Oh man, that's a disappointment. If yours looks like that, I can try to fix it. It should look something like this. Now, this has been used. You can tell because it's still kind of gooey. But what we want to do is we want to add water to our watercolor. So how we do that, there's a couple different ways. I'll show you these different techniques. So the first technique that I'm going to do is called wet on wet. So what I do is I take some water from my paint brush, add some water to it, and then my paintbrush is really wet, and I want to just paint a little spot right here, make the paper wet. Now you can't see any color, you can sort of see the wetness. Then I want to take some water, water, and I want to wake up one of my colors. Let's do yellow. So I'll wake up the yellow. And as you can see, it's splashy, it's puddly. So that's about all I need. I just need to touch it, just like that. Just touch, touch. If you get too much, gently wipe it off. And then see what happens when I touch that wet spot. You see how it's just kind of moving around the paper. So when we use wet on wet, it just moves around. Then if I want to blend colors, I rinse my brush. Rinse. I wake up a new color. I'm gonna wake up some orange, because orange and yellow, they like to hang out. Just a touch of orange. Just a touch. Then I'm gonna rinse my brush. That's a lot of paint concentrated. My brush should be wipe it so it's a little bit dry. And then I want to pull these off. So that's how watercolor should be spread on your paper. Shouldn't ever sit really thick, because if it's too thick, then it's going to dry thick and you're not going to be able to see your awesome drawing underneath. So just do a touch of red, add some red in here. Because those three colors, they all like to hang out. Red, orange, and yellow. But that's the wet on wet. Notice though, I always rinse my brush when I get a new color. So let's show you wet on dry. So wet on dry is I'm not adding water to the paper. I'm just going to add water to my palette. I'm going to go green. Here, let's get some green. Add some water in there. A couple drips of water. Just drip, drip. And it's nice and splashy. And then I add my green. Now, green and red are complementary colors. That means they look good when you put them side by side. Looks kind of like winter colors, red and green. But if you mix them, we're going to get brown. We don't want brown, so I'm not going to mix them. But green and blue, they like to hang out too. So add some blue. rinse, 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 rinse. But you see how it stayed where I put it? It didn't spread all over the place like this one did. But if I add more water to my brush or to the paper, it's going to move where the water's at. And I can grab some purple. So let's wake up with purple. So you see right now the purple, I know it looks black, but it's gooey. If I were to touch it with my finger, see how gooey that is? Yeah. It's not wet enough. You gotta wake it up with some water. So I'm gonna add some drops of water, make it into a puddle. You see how it's a puddle now? That's how we use watercolor. We use watercolor. Notice how my watercolor palette, it's still watery, so I wouldn't want to pick it up and do this to it, because look, oh no, it's everywhere. See, just ruined my painting. Don't do that. Close it and just put it to the side. I know, but you're like, Mr. Ray, what'd you do to your painting? It's all right, this is a demonstration. We'll be okay, guys. We'll be okay. Kinda like that. I'll take it. Alright, so that's how we do watercolor. If I catch you using too much watercolor and it looks gooey, or your watercolor palette looks like this, you're sitting on the carpet. Have a good day. Bye, guys.